We're here at the Ottawa Gatineau International Auto Show with Bernard Durand, and he has over $2 million worth of Lamborghinis on display here. How many cars in total do you have?
We have 6 cars.
6 cars here.
Yeah.
And they are one of 3 dealers here in Canada who sell these vehicles to those who can truly afford them. But today, people are having the opportunity to look at these things up close and personal, even if they can't afford any of these cars. Now, here you say this particular vehicle, they're only making 50 of these. What are we looking at here?
Okay, we're looking at the Gallardo LP570 Squadra Corse. They built basically 50 car yellow, all yellow like this one, same feature for the world. That basically closed the production of the Gallardo after 10 years. That Gallardo, they built 50 cars, 15 for North America, 3 for Canada, and we got 2 at our John Scotty in Montreal, Lamborghini Montreal. Yeah.
Okay. Let's just take a little step over here and take a look at the style of the car. So this again is all about aerodynamics, downforce. The whole thing is designed to just slice through the air, and as the air moves over the car, push it down, because it has an incredible top speed, right? How fast is this car?
That car can go up to 328 kilometers an hour. Does the speed limit in about 3.2 seconds.
Okay. And as I look at the windshield here, it has a price tag in excess of $300,000.
That's right. That's right. But this particular unit is all the interior is carbon fiber. Mm-hmm. It's a lightweight, basically. They shaved about 200 pounds from a regular Gallardo on the Squadra Corse. It's got like a racing seat. So it's a very exciting, bigger spoiler than the base car. It's a very exciting machine.
Yeah, very impressive. And let's just scoot on over here and tell me what this one is here. This one has the top off, and what exactly is this that we're looking at?
Okay, well, this one is the Gallardo Spider. Spider means all the Italian car convertible, they call that Spider. So that's a convertible Gallardo, basically. That's one of the last new car that we have with the open roof right now, because the Gallardo will be replaced by the Huracan, which will be available as a Spider only in about 20 months. So I promise that next year we'll bring a new Huracan here, but it won't be Spider yet. So this is the basic Gallardo. It's a little more comfortable than the one that we just looked at. The seat are not like a racing seat like the other one, so for some people they're not there to beat the track record, you know, so that's the Gallardo they
combine a little luxury with that performance, right? Is the car set up for like different suspension setups, or is it?
You can adjust the suspension, but most of the people they buy it. Okay, they like the feeling, the performance, but they're not there to manage, or they cannot even, for most of them, manage all the power that this car has available, you know, because you know, like not everyone is a professional driver, you know.
And you know, that's an important point, because you can have a car with 700 horsepower, but it might rumble and shake. This is refined power that we're talking about here.
Yeah, exactly. And all the Lamborghini are all-wheel drive, so it enhances a lot in terms of being more permissive and more stable than 700 horse on the back wheel that you could end up in a spin at the exit of a curve, you know, because you're too aggressive on the gas pedal, you know. So these cars are, you want to drive them quiet Sunday afternoon drive, the roof down, and just cruise along. You'll do that all day long, you know. You want to push them, they'll follow you.
Well, let's cruise on over here and see what you have over here. Now, earlier in another interview, we already talked about the Lamborghini Aventador, which is right here, and next to that we have this gray monster here. What are we looking at here?
This is a similar model as the Squadra Corse. It's called a Performante. It's also a lightweight. It's got a 10 horsepower more than the regular Gallardo that we just saw. It's just different setup for different, perception from the clientele. Some people they want a more race car look, less luxury, different setup, carbon fiber seat, stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be faster with that car than if they would have got the regular Gallardo. Right. It's just a question of different style for different taste.
And it's also about being able to stop. And as you look at all of these cars, they have really huge brake rotors, really big calipers. What else do they do to those brakes to make sure that you can get it from 200 miles per hour plus to 0?
Yeah, well, basically, it's not to do it one time. It's to be able to do it many times.
Right.
Before you lose, you're starting to have a fade pedal. So Lamborghini makes sure that it will not happen. And if you're in a situation that you're going to be doing more track or you're a very aggressive driver, then we have the option to put the ceramic brake, which will dissipate the heat faster.
Because that's the problem, is the heat, because the heat gets to the rotors, it begins to warp them, and you get all that brake pedal fade.
It'll boil the fluid, and then the fluid doesn't do the job anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to get up to that speed and not be able to bring it back down.
It's not a good feeling.
And also about the handling. So tell me about the suspension, the way the steering is all set up.
Well, the suspension, it's a regular suspension, and the new Huracan, we got that a new dynamic suspension that will adjust to your driving and to the road. This is pretty much conventional, independent and all that, but we got an advancement with the Huracan that's going to be out. We're expecting the first one in July, and that's going to be a fun car to sell.
Well, we will look forward to that, and we really appreciate you sharing the cars with us here today, because it's great for people to be able to come down to the show to see them in person, but for those who can't, well, they're seeing them right here.